James Wells, and I'm going to show you a little bit about parallel effects processing in Logic Pro 10. So I have a piece of music that I kind of composed quickly. It's very simple. I'll play, first little bit for you. So it's just a simple looping track, nothing special. So what we've got here on the bottom, you'll see I've got the actual mixer pulled up, and there's a bunch of things done. Now Logic's really kind of crazy about just putting stuff in when you choose certain instruments from their library. So a lot of these were just kind of put in for me. I've got a couple reverb units set up here as parallel effects. The ones we have here are a small chamber, a large chamber, a large plate, and a small hall. So if we look at over here, you can see that each thing is sent to those individual buses. Now, because a lot of this was done without me and just kind of Logic working on its own. When you want to label your buses, you can come into here, and of course you can just change the names of them. So down here are all your buses, and of course here they are. So for instance, bus 1 is called a small room snare chamber. I believe it was added because of the drum kit that I'm using. So it's bus 1, we can just name it that, user, and then you can just change it to, small room snare chamber, and now you'll see it change here. And then you can also give it a short form, so small room snare chamber. And then that's what will actually show up on the button as your short form. Parallel effects are put there generally with delay effects very often, because it's easier to have one processing unit working on a bunch of channels simultaneously in order to get the sound that you want. So we've got 4 separate reverbs here, but they could all be used on every channel and to create different effects, right? For instance, our newly created SRSC is being used here on the pads, which is the Wurlitzer, and on the snare for the drum kit. The muted bass is using this large plate reverb that's over here. And that was one I just kind of added in as an example. And then the Steinway, which is the lead line, is using both 4 and 2. So it's using a large hall, and then a small diffused hall reverb unit. Now, so a lot of the reasons why you want to have that is it just gives you a lot more control as a parallel effect. So I'm showing you the parallel effects here, and I've muted out all these tracks. And so what you can see now is we've got just the lead line kind of soloed. And what I can do is I can pull down the reverbs altogether, and they're completely gone. And then of course I can put them back in. That one's a little bit much, but you can hear how it changes the sound significantly, right? But also I have control over the wet dry here, right? And that would be for the entire mix, so that would be for the entire piece. And that would affect anything that's using that reverb unit in particular. So like I said, lots of control, which is super beneficial. Yeah, that's the main reason why you want to use parallel effects, generally speaking, is for reverbs, delays, and then that's the kind of stuff that makes your recording sound live and alive. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a great day.